Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive videoscopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous Superstar Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of June 2021. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Now, as we begin the month, I've been saying to all the signs, we are in a period between eclipses where the veils between the worlds are especially thin. It becomes that much easier to recognize the spiritual lessons playing out in your life. Now, it is going to be on the 10th of the month that we are going to have a solar eclipse in fellow air sign Gemini. With this solar eclipse season does come to an end, but this is a powerful one happening hand in hand with a retrograde Mercury. This eclipse is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with what you want in your heart of hearts in every area of life. It has to do with creative fulfillment. It has to do with the creations in your life and what you desire to create. It has to do with children you want and children that you have as well. Now, here's the thing. Ordinarily, a solar eclipse brings with it new opportunities, new possibilities, new understandings. It brings with it fresh new starts. And it brings with it new perspectives as well. However, because retrograde Mercury is such an intricate part of this energy, it does suggest that what is happening now is not limited to just this moment. In some way, there may be a connection to what was taking place for you in mid-May, perhaps even earlier as well. Now, whether that is talk of a creative project, whether that is reaching more people with a creative endeavor, whether that is initiating a creative project now as well, all of that is possible here. If it is that you've been hoping to start a business that was rooted in something you're passionate about, this is where new information comes in that regard. If it is related to children that you have or children that you want, information around that can show up for you also. Your fertility may take you very much by surprise under a solar eclipse like this, but there are other ways in which this energy can come forward. So it's up to you to decide how it is that you want to bring this energy forward, but also stay open to divine inspiration at the same time. Regardless, this energy invites you to get clear about what it is that you really want, what it is that matters to you, and how it is that you are going to live a life that feels more rewarding, more fulfilling. I do want to add this part of the sky has to do with winnings and windfalls. I am going to be having a class at Synchronicity University this summer on this part of the sky, the fifth house. And so when we have an eclipse here, it can feel like wild luck shows up for us. But again, Mercury is retrograde and Saturn is in your sign. Saturn in your sign says you got to earn it. And yet we've got this eclipse where it was you were hoping for some kind of lucky turnaround, turn of events, progress, especially in the middle of May. Well, that may be part of the luck that shows up for you at this time also. I will come back to this eclipse when we get to the love portion of this video because there's a lot to talk about there. But very quickly first, I do also want to let you know that it is going to be on the 24th of this month that we will have a full moon. This full moon is taking place in the sign just before yours. This is a part of the sky that has to do with closing karmic ties, ending karmic chapters, knowing what it is that has served its karmic purpose in your life. There is a harmonious connection playing out between this full moon and Jupiter. So Jupiter recently just dipped out of your sign, is going to enter back in later on this summer. I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way. But it is going to be this beautiful alignment that does suggest a few things. So one is, because Jupiter is in a financial part of your sky, there may be some financial blessing that shows up now that is rooted in what other people have been doing on your behalf, not necessarily anything you have to go out there and make happen and pursue, but rather might just show up for you like a karmic blessing that has a financial element. But this can also be closure and ending that allows you to feel good about yourself, that affirms healthy self-love and healthy self-esteem. This energy of this full moon can speak to clearing space that is rooted in you knowing that this is something you have to do so that you can move in a direction of greater self-respect. At the same time, though, this part of the sky is cleansing. It is creating space for the new and the next to find you, which is literally right around the corner. Next month, we're going to have a full moon in your sign. We're going to have a new moon in your opposite sign a little bit further than that. And so all of that does suggest there's lots of new things on the horizon for you. And so this is a necessary part of the process. And there's a sense of peace and a sense of empowerment and proactiveness at this time that is part of the healthy karmic closures that can happen now. It's all part of embracing life more fully. Almost simultaneously, under the light of this full moon, the sun will speak in supreme harmony with Jupiter. This is the Sun-Jupiter trine that tends to be one of the more fortunate celestial alignments that do take place. The sun is going to be in a part of the sky for you that has to do with your lived experience and how you move through your day. That's going to be a space of a lot of luck, big blessings on offer there. And so sometimes you got to clear space for all the wonderful things that mark a rewarding life to find you, and that is part of the energy as we move towards the later part of the month. Okay, now where it comes to matters of love, because that is kind of the big news here. On the one hand, we've got that eclipse happening in the heart-oriented part of the sky. And just like it sounds, this can bring very quick new people, dramatic turnarounds, new perspectives, new understandings, especially if you're open to meeting someone new, or it is the case that you did date somebody, are dating somebody. It is in these situations that the eclipse becomes more dominant. And of course, where it comes to fertility as well, if you are in an established bond or even if you're not. But what we also have happening is on the 11th, the day after the eclipse, Mars moves into your opposite sign. This is huge. Mars will be in your opposite sign for about a month and a half, and that is going to bring with it a drive, a focus, a desire to connect with other people that will have you being brave and bold at times as well. But ultimately, this does indicate that you're connecting with others and you're feeling more motivated to do so. By the time we get to the 27th of this month, Venus will move into your opposite sign as well. And that's going to make it that much easier to feel like there are real long-term potentials there in the context of love. So if it is that you are open to meeting someone new, I think the eclipse is going to be a very important energy for you. Whether it is that someone you might have dated, not someone that you loved in the past or someone that there was a bond with, but rather this is someone that you might have dated before. There can be some news about this person, especially if this person in some way was floating around in the middle of May. But even if they weren't, this energy can bring news about them, bring information, bring communication. It might just be as simple as that. Sometimes it can bring a fresh start, but more likely it'll bring a fresh perspective. You will be getting your flirt on at this time, and this may be just what you need so that you can embrace that Mars energy more fully. Mars moving into your opposite sign is going to make you that much more courageous and determined to connect with others, that much more flirtatious as well. And once we have Venus in your opposite sign, connecting with someone with real long-term potential late this month and into next month becomes that much more likely. For those of you just starting to date somebody, what a powerful time this can be as well. When dating someone, this eclipse is going to bring a moment of truth and a moment of understanding. If it is that this person has been in your life in some way since the middle of May, then this can be a real turning point moment. It is all or nothing. So either you are going to revisit and re-see something in them that makes you go, okay, this isn't working for me, or you're going to see things in this person that accelerate you towards them. Keep in mind, breakups that happen with Mercury, where Mercury is retrograde now, tend to not stay broken up. There's a high chance of misunderstandings possible as well. And so just allow yourself to walk this journey and do what it is that feels right for you in light of your unique circumstances. Mars moving into your opposite sign will motivate you to connect with them. Venus moving into your opposite sign gets you thinking about long-term connection, long-term potential that much more. If it doesn't work out with this person, that's okay. With all that's happening here, there will be other people, there will be somebody else there to help you to connect with that knowing that you have options available to you in the context of love. And for those of you in an established bond, what a powerful time it is. Yes, we have that eclipse energy, which can be related to fertility and children, whether you're making decisions or revisiting a matter around this. But it is going to be Mars in your opposite sign and then Venus in your opposite sign that's going to be a more dominant energy in the context of established bonds. Mars in your opposite sign sometimes can bring an increased frustration with your partner, sometimes. But for the most part, what happens here is there's a either need or a desire to pour more energy towards your partner. Sometimes they need you to be there more. Sometimes it's you that wants to be there more. But yes, they are going to come into focus now. It is going to be once Venus moves into your opposite sign that you feel the love that much more. Your partner is that much sweeter and nicer, and you are feeling truly connected. What I love about this month for you, there's a lot here. It's a powerful astrological time. But I'm going to say that eclipse, you're not going to have an eclipse in this part of the sky again until we get to the later years of the decade. And so this is a rare occurrence, but it's also an important one. It will illuminate your heart and matters of heart. And it's going to be a moment of truth. And chances are that truth has been floating around in the ether. It's just that now it becomes abundantly clear. It may take time for you to process this understanding of what you really want in your heart of hearts, what's working for you, what isn't, and how to live a life more guided by love, by heart, by desire, to trust your desires, to know that you can gamble on them and they will lead you in a positive direction. Well, this is a very important learning moment for you. The lessons that you take in now have the potential to shape you and change you and to shift the trajectory of your life. And I don't say that lightly, but to ensure that you walk a path guided by what you love and committed to living it more fully. Well, that is a lesson. And that is a commitment that can stay with you for many, many years to come. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership Rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Superstars get expanded exclusive videoscopes each and every week for each and every sign, plus access to a live full moon party with me online every single month. Higher tiers get you things like unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Link is in the description below. I look forward to meeting you there. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.